Hi dear readers, this is Simona Rich, and this is a video about the clarification of the Hermetic doctrine on celibacy because of the certain questions that I received in response to my article and video that I made the other day about Hermeticism on twin souls. So basically, I should not say that the Hermetic doctrine is against celibacy, but because most people don't use the energy generated by celibacy, that some Hermeticists speak against it. So if you know how to use that extra energy that will be generated by celibacy, then it's all fine. But what is happening is that celibates who don't use that energy, they allow the generated energy as a result of abstaining from the sexual act to be just there around them, and because they don't use that energy, other entities start using it. So they start getting visions, and those visions are deceptive. They are all astral visions caused by astral entities, and that's how any supernatural manifestation takes place. The entity is using the extra energy of people in, for example, the seance room, and that's how people start seeing that entity, because that entity is taking the people's energy, and that's why mediums feel so tired after they channeled an entity, or entity was allowed to manifest as a result of the electromagnetic field of the medium. So that's the reason why why Hermeticists sometimes speak against celibacy. But celibacy, as if used correctly, is actually encouraged. Especially in Hermeticism, it's encouraged in marriage. So for example, if two people, without suppressing the sexual urge, manage to transform it into something greater, like giving birth not to children but to the ideas that change the world and so forth, they are all for it. But the problem is that most people, they just generate that energy and not use it, and then astral entities are attracted to them, and they start seeing all sorts of visions, and they think themselves spiritually progressing, when what is actually happening is that those entities are attracted to them because of that extra energy generated. So this is according to Hermeticism. And you might have heard of stories, for example, of nuns in medieval times being burned because they would be attacked by astral entities, and those entities would actually rape them. So that's what unused electromagnetism causes as a result of celibacy. And another danger in Hermeticism, it is told that celibates face, is that if they totally deny the other side. So if, for example, and this is very usual, I see that when I was in Sri Lanka, in certain parts of India, and Thailand, I saw Buddhist monks shunning females and just denying totally females and thinking that they are the source of evil. And that's the same as in Christianity, people think so. And that's because Buddhism is very similar to Catholicism, and it's just the same esoteric doctrine that is perverted. But what happens if a female, for example, shuns everything male, and vice versa, is that they're denying their other side, and because of that they cannot meet their twin souls, and therefore they are denied conscious immortality, or they might attain it but very late. So they're basically they are delaying their conscious immortality according to Hermeticism. And some Hermetists, not all, believe that this may cause them to lose immortality. I don't think so, but that's what some believe. And so these are the dangers of being celibate. So being celibate of itself is not bad if you know how to use that energy. For example, instead of suppressing the urge that you feel to have sex, you're actually transcended it. And instead of creating children, you're creating works of art that change the world. That is a good use of celibacy. You're using that extra generated energy for something, but because of the yogic teachings of today, people are told to be passive, just receptive, and they end up not using that energy at all, and they attract astral entities, and they get all sorts of visions, and they think themselves progressing when that's actually not spiritual progress. So these are the dangers of being celibate. I hope that this clarified certain issues, that certain questions, certain things that people were not sure of as a result of my last video. Thank you for watching. Take care.